talk to you a little bit about the armor of God. Okay? So, today's reading is going to be from Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 13. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you'll be able to stand your ground, and after you've done everything, to stand. At this time, would you please stand and recite the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Okay, put a little mood music to go on with my chapel speech. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit something about the armor of God. Okay, we are in a battle. Okay, whether you realize it or not, we're in a battle, and we have an enemy who wants to steal everything away from us. Okay, he wants to take everything away from us that God's given us. And who knows what that enemy is? What's that? Satan, the devil. Okay? Only the battle that we're fighting is a battle that we can't see. Okay? The battle is for someone who lives in the invisible world of the Spirit. Okay? And his name is Satan. He wants to take everything away from us, and even though we can't see him, he's very real. Okay? He's very real. And he wants nothing more than to underdo than everything that God's done for us. Okay? And he's sneaky. Okay? He's not going to do it where you can see him. He's going to sneak around behind your back, and he's going to do everything that he can to trip you up. Okay? So, you don't have to be afraid of Satan, but you do have to be ready to fight him. And so, like any other great warrior, okay, you need to put on your armor. Okay? You need to put on your armor. And because your enemy is a spirit, God will give you spiritual armor. Okay? So, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about putting on the full armor of God. Okay, an amazing fact. It is estimated that more than 14,500 wars have taken place since 3600 BC to the present day. And what's even more amazing is, in that same period, there have been 5,305 years of war and only 292 years of peace. Okay, so what does that tell you? That tells you that the world doesn't seem to be able to get along, does it? All right? There's been wars and rumors of wars. All right? The Bible depicts countless battles from Genesis to Revelation. Okay? Its pages reveal that there are more both physical and spiritual wars that have been raging. All right? Physical wars have dominated history's attention from the time Cain killed his brother Abel. Who knows who Cain and Abel is? All right, Cain and Abel. All right, Cain and Abel were the sons of Adam and Eve. All right. Now, this shouldn't surprise us, the fact that these wars are going on, because Jesus predicted. And it says in Matthew 24, verse 6 and 7, all right, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. For nation shall rise up against other nations, and kingdom against other kingdoms. Okay? However, the primary focus is the ongoing conflict between Jesus and Satan. Okay? And it's been going on ever since the beginning of time. Alright? Okay. It says Revelation speaks of what began as a cosmic war in heaven will soon end in Armageddon. all right, from the beginning when the devil was created, okay, unto the point where in Revelation, if you haven't read the book of Revelation, it's pretty scary, all right, and it tells about the end times, what's going to happen, all right, but whether we like it or not, every single one of us are involved because the battleground for this spiritual struggle between Jesus and the devil, all right, it doesn't take place on some earthly real estate. It takes place right here, okay, inside of all of us. So sometimes when we feel like we're not doing the best thing in the world, okay, and we trip up and we make mistakes and we get in trouble, okay, that's the devil inside you working, all right? But God has determined that, okay, that doesn't have to take place because Christians are called to be more than just peaceful spectators and mediators in this cataclysmic conflict, okay? We must be committed frontline commandos, okay? We must be committed frontline commandos when it comes to our dealings with the devil, okay? All right. God has designated that all the battles recorded in the Bible, okay, can serve to teach us how we might experience victory, okay, inside. All right? Naturally, it should stand to reason that because these battles are of a spiritual nature, the weapons we employ must be spiritual. Okay? So, this is why Paul reminded us in Ephesians, we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of the world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? So, although our armor and weapons are spiritual, this does not mean that they are unreal or ineffective. Okay? And it should be clear that our commitment to this cause, okay, needs to be as real as any other soldier's commitment in any other battle. Okay? When I was in Iraq, okay, I fought with my unit against those enemies that had been determined to have a reason to be against us. Okay? They had a reason to be against us. So I was sent over with my fellow soldiers, guys like this, okay, to, take care of these problems and hopefully to ensure that our peace continues. Okay? It's a very important thing for you to remember that the peace we enjoy is because other people have made the sacrifice and have taken up that struggle against our enemies. Okay? So, remember that we don't only have enemies out there, there's enemies in here. Okay? And, like I hear Colonel Grove say all the time, what is it you say, sir, about do the harder right instead of easier wrong?
I would choose the harder right rather than the easier wrong.
There you go. Okay? That starts in here. Alright? That starts in here, making a choice, fighting that urge to do bad things, which is the evil inside you, and doing the right thing, which is doing what you know is right, being a good person, living your life good, and trying to do everything that's right every day. Okay? Everybody understand that?
Yes.
All right. So, that is my speech for the day. I hope it was interesting. And I could have made it longer, but I didn't want to go into too much preaching with you guys. And, okay, at this time, Sergeant Major, we read from the honor book, correct?